Today on X, March 5th, 2026. Four stories dominating the timeline right now. The war in Iran. A controversial clause in the Save America Act, Elon Musk's courtroom stunt, and a senator who may have broken a Marine's arm. All of it straight from the posts. Here's what people are saying. We start with Iran. U.S. strikes have escalated into what the president is now calling a war. And X has a lot to say about it. The biggest post of the day comes from Nick Fuentes, 63,000 likes.
Trump turned against Tucker Carlson and Marjorie Greene for their opposition to the Iran war and Epstein cover-up. Now, he surrounds himself exclusively with Israel First Zionists like Mark Levin, Laura Loomer, and Jared Kushner. We didn't leave MAGA, MAGA left us.
The top replied to that with 4,600 likes. Graham Allen.
No, MAGA is still here. The people that were frauds to make money or gain power while pretending to be MAGA are just being exposed.
Another reply, 1,400 likes.
No Indian on the planet could come up with a scam as big as MAGA.
Senator Chris Van Hollen went viral with 65,000 likes. He was speaking on the Senate floor.
Netanyahu said the other day that he's been waiting 40 years to get to this point. It took him 40 years to find an American president who was stupid enough to drag America into this war.
A Spanish politician was even more blunt. 40,000 likes on this one.
Spanish Assembly member politician openly called out U.S. and Israel for attack on Iranian kids. You can't be defending the rights of women by killing and celebrating deaths of 160 kids. I oppose Trump and Netanyahu.
But not everyone is against it. A Persian woman's video got 26,000 likes.
I have been in this country for 26 years. The only time I voted was last election. I voted for Mr. He rescued 80 million people after 47 years.
Jonathan Lemire quoted the president directly. 14,600 likes.
Asked whether Americans should be worried about retaliatory attacks at home, Trump acknowledges the possibility. I guess, he says, like I said, some people will die. When you go to war, some people will die.
Michael McFaul, former U.S. ambassador to Russia, asked a pointed question. 12,000 likes.
If we've been at war with Iran for 47 years, why didn't Trump attack in 2017 or 2018 or 2019 or 2020 or 2025? Genuine, not rhetorical question. What was the trigger in 2026?
Time magazine released a new cover. 5,800 likes. The image shows a pile of red MAGA hats, each one labeled with a different country. Make Iran great again. Make Syria great again. Make Venezuela great again. The headline, Trump's War. Eric Dougherty posted a poll. 3,200 likes.
A poll has just been released finding Americans support President Trump's Iran strikes by plus 13 points, 54 to 41%, Trafalgar Group. Victory in Iran is inevitable. Keep pushing, Mr. Savvy.
Alex Jones weighed in. 3,200 likes.
It's official. The U.S. has now invaded Iran and says the war will go until September. President Trump now calling the spiraling conflict a war.
Senator Van Hollen posted the cost. 3,500 likes.
Trump is already spending $1 billion per day on his illegal regime change, war of choice in Iran. Now he's going to ask Congress to give him up to $50 billion more. My vote. Hell no.
Trump himself called it exciting. Feisty liberal lady posted the quote with 3,900 likes.
According to Trump, these are exciting times. We're doing very well on the war front. Somebody said, on a scale of 10, where would you rate it? I said about a 15. I don't know about you, but I don't like a president who calls war exciting.
From the Middle East, a UAE billionaire published an open letter to Trump.
UAE. Billionaire Khalaf Ahmad Al Habtoor has published a strong open letter to Donald Trump, criticizing the decision to drag the region into a war with Iran. Al-Habtoor asked bluntly, "Who gave you the authority to drag our region into a war with Iran? Who allowed you to turn the Middle East into a battlefield?"
Azal Rad with 1,200 likes.
Israel and the U.S. started an illegal, unprovoked war on Iran, carpet bombing one of the most populous cities in the world, bombing schools, hospitals, and civilian infrastructure, and killing civilians, including kids. This is how Western media normalizes war crimes.
Derek Evans posted from the pro-strike side.
China is panicking as President Trump's strikes against Iran and Venezuela shake Beijing's key allies. China provided their most advanced air defense capabilities to Iran. We completely destroyed them.
Really American, 3,200 likes.
Trump says that America will go to war with Cuba next after the war in Iran is finished. Trump is addicted to regime change.
Next story. The Save America Act. Trump posted it on Truth Social and it blew up, but not the way he expected. The original version included a clause allowing transgender surgery for minors with parental consent. The backlash was immediate. Then Trump edited the post and removed the clause, but people had already screenshot the original. Marjorie Taylor Greene was furious. 2,100 likes.
Is Trump trading transing children to get the Save America Act passed? So go ahead and trans the kids. Totally fine with Trump, as long as their parents agree with the child abuse. There are parents who give pedophiles permission to rape their own children. So is that okay too? As long as their parents agree, cut off their genitals as long as parents agree, when they aren't even old enough to sign up for the military and fight in the president's war in Iran. But if mommy says her 15-year-old can cut off her breast, it's okay by him. I voted for the SAVE Act in the House and agree with the legislation. But this bill does nothing about voting machines that can be hacked or stop mail-in ballot fraud. And there is nothing that is ever worth trading children for. My God.
The top reply to that, Amber Woods.
How come you aren't screaming about the Epstein files like this? You know what's in those files.
Owen Schroyer with 3,900 likes.
Trump now includes transgender surgery for minors in SAV Act. Of course, this will force the hands of Republicans to support trans surgery for minors. Got to pass the SAVE Act, right?
AF Post, 3,000 likes.
President Trump championed a provision in the SAV America Act that permits transgender mutilation surgery for minors so long as the parents of the child approve.
Brandon Straka pushed back more carefully. 1,700 likes.
We all know multiple stories of mentally ill parents insisting their child is trans when even the child says they're not. I understand the issue is complicated, but this stance is oversimplified. And why is this attached to the SAVE Act anyway?
Nicholas Redmond pointed out the edits. 800 likes.
Here's a side-by-side comparison of Trump's edited posts. You can clearly tell he received backlash, and now he's basically lying about what the SAVE Act contains. How are trans kids a part of saving America?
The Patriot Voice called it evil. 380 likes.
The fact that Trump is promoting transgender mutilation surgeries for children with express written approval of the parents as part of the Save America Act is sick and evil. Straight from the pits of hell. It should be off the table completely. They have since edited out the part that says, with express written approval of the parents, after receiving immense backlash.
Then Trump updated the post entirely. Eric Dougherty again, with 1,900 likes.
President Trump demands the Senate get moving on passing the Save America Act. Trump also demands Congress pass no transgender mutilation surgery for children, period, under any circumstances.
Sapper Daddy summed up the frustration. 960 likes.
I stand with Tucker, MTG, and Massey. Trump's a traitor.
Carlos Tercios pointed to a related fight in the Senate. 3,300 likes.
Texas Rhino. John Cornyn is delaying Trump's recess appointments, and reports state that the Senate is holding the escalate Act hostage unless Trump endorses Cornyn. Our I knows are destroying America.
Now, for something lighter. Elon Musk had to testify in San Francisco today for the civil trial over his 2022 Twitter buyout. But he didn't want the photographers getting their shot. Drama alert with 6,500 likes.
Elon Musk trolls the media by using a decoy at his San Francisco trial.
Joe Rogan Podcast News, 1,600 likes.
Elon Musk sent a decoy Tesla with a decoy security team while sneaking into the courthouse.
Officer Lou described it.
Elon Musk just sent a decoy Tesla surrounded by a decoy security team to distract the photographers, then sneaked into the San Francisco courthouse before they could snap any good shots. Classic 40 chess move.
April Sparks filled in the details.
To avoid media attention, Elon Musk sent a decoy Tesla with security guards to draw photographers' focus while he entered the San Francisco courthouse for his testimony in the civil trial over his 2022 Twitter buyout. It worked.
Sarah Sizzle.
Elon Musk's sharp security team used a decoy Tesla to outmaneuver the press outside the San Francisco courthouse. America wins when innovators like him stay ahead of the mob. Clever as it gets.
Last story, and it's a big one. A Marine veteran named Brian McGinnis was removed from a Senate Armed Services hearing after protesting the Iran war. He shouted, "No one wants to fight for Israel." Senator Tim Sheehy, a former Navy SEAL, helped Capitol Police remove him, and then a loud snap was heard. AI Pack Tracker posted the biggest version, 50,000 likes.
Senator Tim Sheehy says he decided to help out and de-escalate by breaking a man's arm. Let's be clear. The man is a Marine Corps veteran. He was protesting war with Iran. Sheehy, a sitting senator, physically attacked him until his arm snapped. You can hear the crack on video. This isn't security. It's assault by an elected official who couldn't handle hearing an opinion he disagreed with. Tim Sheehy has collected over $640,000 from the pro-Israel lobby.
The top reply, 1,000 likes. Your favorite guy.
Remove Tim Sheehy from power.
Grimalda's connected it to Sheehy's AIPA ties. 38,000 likes.
Less than a month after being elected, Tim Sheehy traveled to Israel to record an ad for AIPAC. He just broke Brian McGinnis's arm for saying, "Nobody wants to fight for Israel."
Adam with 36,000 likes.
This is Senator Tim Sheehy, the scumbag who broke a Marine's hand for saying nobody wants to die for Israel. He went to Israel to record an ad for AIPAC. He is a traitor.
Colin Rubb posted Sheehy's response. 25,000 likes.
Former Navy SEAL and Senator Tim Sheehy responds after appearing to snap the arm of Marine Corps veteran Brian McGinnis. Capitol Police were attempting to remove an unhinged protester from the armed services hearing. He was fighting back. I decided to help out and de-escalate the situation. This gentleman came to the Capitol looking for a confrontation, and he got one. I hope he gets the help he needs without causing further violence.
The top reply to Rogue, Paulina Plazas with 3,000 likes.
Senator breaks Marine's arm for saying no one should die for Israel. Chiz, why? There, I fixed it for you.
Occupy Democrats, 11,000 likes.
MAGA Senator Tim Sheehy violently attacks a U.S. Marine for daring to protest against Trump's illegal Iran war and seemingly shatters the brave soldier's hand in a door. This is a horrifyingly perfect metaphor for the modern Republican Party.
Common Sense, 6,100 likes.
The frat boy acting SEAL versus a combat-tested decorated Marine. You can't break his arm and just go back to your Israeli-sponsored Senate office. Sheehy must resign.
Art Candy, with 3,000 likes, reported the confirmation.
Brian McGinnis, the Marine veteran who is protesting against Donald Trump's war with Iran, confirms that his arm was broken yesterday after being manhandled by Senator Tim Sheehy and Capitol Police. Bury them in a lawsuit.
And from the other side, Salty Goat with 9,900 likes.
Stop letting the left pretend this was some patriotic Marine. This D-bag is an Iran and Hamas sympathizer, and honestly, I'm glad Tim Sheehy broke this loser's hand. I said what I said.
Max with 3,200 likes.
Awesome video. A smelly communist inappropriately wore a Marine uniform and disrupted a congressional committee. Then he got removed with the help of Senator Tim Sheehy, a former Navy SEAL. He was last heard screeching, "Free Palestine, America first." Thank you, Senator Sheehy.
Not your average liberal, 1,200 likes.
When a senator breaks the hand of a U.S. Marine for speaking up and exercising his First Amendment rights, a right he earned, a right he actually fought for, the senator needs to be removed from office. Senator Tim Sheehy is a disgrace.
That was today on X, March 5th, 2026. Want your own X feed as a podcast? Visit xnarrator.com.